Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I need to tell you this story. I do need to tell you this story. You need to hear it. All week long, I've been hearing from people saying, "Oh my gosh, I love your new glasses. You have the best glass. You've gotten all kinds of new. Look at your new glasses, girl. Where'd you get them new glasses? I love your new glasses." When I write back and say, "I don't remember. I don't know," people are like, "Stop playing. Just tell us where you got the glasses." My eyesight is improving. And in the improving of my eyesight, I can wear some of my older glasses that have older prescriptions. I've been telling a story every day for 5 years. And in this story sharing tool that I also have used for probably 15, 18 years one-on-one. I use it in corporate work. It is one of the most powerful tools that I have. Why? Because it's the easiest work. We are literally neurologically wired for narrative. I tell you my story, your mind automatically goes to the story and downloads the story that's at the point of connection. Holding that line together in storytelling is the easiest work. I can bring you in communion through a story. It is fantastic. And in this work, I've discovered some amazing things about how we tell stories, how we keep stories. Story keeping is story listening, and we get the term story keeping from a woman named Dottie Klutz, who started the story keeping program here at Hospice Savannah, where literally last stories are collected. Anyway, in story keeping, we are listening intently without interruption, without interrogation. Very difficult for some people to not interrogate. Asking questions, interrogating till they get to. I just needed to know. I just needed to know. My mother would say, right now, are you writing a book? Can you take it to the bank? If you share a story, you're going to get a better story, a better response. If you share facts, you might get a fact back. If you share a question, you might get just the answer to that question, maybe. But if you share a story, you'll get the richness, the behind. Anyway, story keeping, the best outcome, the best discovery is that when you're listening to someone else's story, judgment comes up. Judgment around the story of the other. The discovery is that judgment is usually the judgment you have of yourself. Sometimes because somebody else has judged you that way, sometimes because you judge you that way. So you're listening to somebody else's story and you're telling it for them. You're interpreting their story. You did this for this. Oh, look at you. You done and you done going out. I bet you she must be getting some money because she got a whole lot of fancy glasses. She's doing so. We're telling somebody else's story instead of telling our own. And really, when we're listening, it's called active listening, but I really like story keeping. When we're really keeping the story of the other, it invites you to hear more fully the story of yourself. It is a powerful discovery. It's an amazing discovery. And you will have thousands of times in a day to hear the way you judge yourself, to let that judgment go, forgive yourself for doing it, and forgive yourself for doing it to another. The other thing we do at the macro level, the societal level, is we are now judging entire groups of people based on the judgments we have of ourselves. Imagine people deciding that a whole group of people are lazy and they're the ones doing the work. Maybe that judgment is really about you. I know it pinches. Anyway, I love this story keeping, storytelling. There's a group on Facebook called Stories to Tell with Dr. Bertice Berry. There are 7,000 people in there who learn from sharing their story with one another, and they all walk away saying, I've never been so affirmed in my stories, because the other part of hearing a wonderful story is affirming it. We're going to get there. We're going to get there together. One story at a time. I love you.